While playing basketball, my girlfriend gave her male best friend a bottle of water. However, this time, I didn't get angry at all, and instead calmly broke up with her. Anya rolled her eyes and said, "You're being way too controlling, aren't you? You're going to break up with me over a bottle of water?" I replied, "Yeah," Anya irritated said. "Fine, break up with me then. Who cares? But if you regret it, don't come crawling back to beg for reconciliation," her roommate whispered. "Anya, don't be so dramatic. Your boyfriend is so rich. He might get seduced by some pretentious coquette." Anya shook her head in disdain and said, "So what if he has some petty money? He's just a simp. When his family arranged for him to study abroad, he'd rather be assigned to a niche major just so he could attend the same school as me. He can't even handle a 3-day Cold War with me. That's his limit." She looked at me with disgust and said, "I suspect Daichi has an NPD personality, always trying to PUA me. He's so paternalistic, always trying to control me. Unlike Haru, who always pampers me. What girl wouldn't want a boyfriend like that?" I fell silent. I had liked Anya for 7 years, chased after her to get into the same university. She almost defined my entire youth. But what she didn't know was the wrong person can be replaced, the wrong university can be swapped out. I've already completed the dropout process, and my offer from a foreign university has arrived. As for Anya, go find your new daddy, you two-timing dog. Chapter 1. After I said we should break up, Anya was the first to block me. When her male bestie Haru called, I was still deleting photos. My hand moved too fast, and I instinctively tapped accept on the video call. A group of people were eating in a private room, lively and noisy. A girl said, "Young Master Daichi has such a temper. Are you sure that after you blocked him he'll still beg to be added back? Aren't you afraid he'll really give up this time?" Hearing that, Anya smiled, shook her head, and said, "You don't get it. Daichi, that simp, can't live without me. Back then his family had already arranged for him to study abroad, but he insisted on choosing a random, unpopular major just to go to the same school as me." She confidently added, "He can't even last more than 3 days of a Cold War with me. After that he'll definitely come running back, wagging his tail, begging to reconcile." Haru, with his green-dyed hair, lounged lazily to the side, his arm around her shoulder as he teased, "Yo, our Anya really knows how to train a dog," another girl said. "Anya, don't push it too far. Your boyfriend's rich and the semester's only just started. What if some pretentious coquette lures him away?" Anya rolled her eyes at her and said dismissively, "Can you stop being such a pick-me? So what if he has some lousy money? I don't owe him anything. Honestly, guys like him with that old-school male chauvinist attitude don't deserve girlfriends. If he realizes he's wrong, maybe he can still fix that nasty habit." Another girl laughed and said, "No wonder your Anya's so clear-headed and independent. If I had such a wealthy boyfriend, I'd treat him like a god of wealth. I'd never dare to block him." Hearing this, Anya sighed as if something crossed her mind. She said, "I'm just a little mad. It's only been 6 days since school started, and we've already fought 4 times, each time because of Haru. What's wrong with me giving Haru water when he's playing basketball? Who said I can only give water to my boyfriend? If people made fun of us, that's on them, not me. I was just purely handing over a bottle of water, but he blew it out of proportion, lecturing me with a bunch of self-righteous reasoning. Tell me, isn't his paternalistic vibe just way too much, trying to control everything I do?" Haru shrugged with a helpless look and said, all right. If Daichi can't stand me, I'll just keep my distance from you from now on. As long as you two don't fight anymore, I won't make things hard for Anya." A girl nodded and said, "Daichi really is too controlling. That's men for you. Always projecting their own dirty thoughts, thinking there's no such thing as pure friendship between men and women. Sure, Haru doesn't have much money, but he's emotionally intelligent, popular, and he understands our little feelings as girls. How does a stiff-minded straight guy like Daichi even compare to Haru?" Before Haru could speak, Anya frowned and said, "Watch what you're saying. Daichi is my boyfriend and Haru is my best male friend. They're both very important to me. It's not like I really plan to break up with Daichi. I just want him to fix those annoying flaws of his." I couldn't listen anymore. Silently, I hung up the call. Chapter 2. My mood hit rock bottom. Just then the food delivery I ordered arrived. I absent-mindedly pushed around the rice. The meal that was once delicious now tasted bitter and dry. growing up as childhood sweethearts with Anya from innocent playmates to lovers. We had shared over a decade together. Chasing after her had almost become a habit of mine, but this time I truly planned to end it. It wasn't like she thought that I would go crawling back to her soon. My mom called. She said, "Daichi, are you serious about dropping out and going abroad?" I replied, "Yeah, I'm serious." My mom asked again, "What about Anya, Daichi? Didn't you want to go to school with her? A long-distance relationship isn't a small matter. You'd better think it through." If she hadn't asked, it would have been fine. But when she did, a flood of complicated emotions rushed through me. I struggled to explain that Anya and I had already broken up. Finally, I said, "Mom, I'm sorry. I woke up too late. I should have walked my own path, not forced myself into a school and major I had no interest in just for someone else." After hearing me out, my mom was unexpectedly relieved. She said, "Realizing it now is a good thing. I used to think, well, our family isn't short of money, so as long as you were happy it was fine. But now it seems Anya just wasn't meant to be blessed." Then my dad suddenly, "Son, don't worry. The semester abroad doesn't start until next month. Your offer is still valid. There's still time. I'll get your visa sorted quickly, come on." Gombat. I couldn't help but laugh. Gombat. Chapter 3. Adjusting my state of mind. I packed up all the little things Anya had given me, carried them downstairs, ready to throw them away. Just as I stepped out of the dorm building, I ran into Anya and Haru coming back. Haru had his arm hooked around her shoulder, the two of them joking and shoving each other. Haru stumbled a bit and said, "I'm not drunk. It's just one case of beer. I could still fight him for 300 rounds. Anya, do you believe me?" Anya had been laughing too, but when she saw me she froze. Silently she pushed Haru away. She probably thought I would lose my temper like before, start another huge fight with her. But this time I just carried the box, walked past with a blank face. Anya's expression faltered. She raised her hand to block me and said, "What are you doing? You're even throwing away the scarf I spent a whole month knitting. That for you. It can't be undone once it's gone. Think carefully if you throw it away. Then I'll throw away everything you gave me too, and no matter what you give me later, I'll never forgive you again." I frowned, looked at her impatiently and said, "We've already broken up and you're still trying to squeeze money out of me. I'm not interested in giving gifts to an ex." Anya bit her lip and said, "Fine, just don't regret it." I turned around, but Haru grabbed me and said, "Bro, let me say something fair, honestly. I can't stand watching this anymore. You're a grown man. What's wrong with giving in to a woman? Why be so petty?" I replied, "Why should a man have to give in to a woman just because of gender? If you ignore right and wrong and only talk about gender, where's the fairness in that? Do you really think whatever you say instantly becomes the universal truth?" He was stunned for a second, then continued, "Brother, you really misunderstood Anya today. I just drank a little too much tonight. That's why I asked Anya to walk me back. I'm just her male bestie, nothing else. At most it's just mutual help between friends. Mutual help between friends." I actually laughed out loud. I said, "Mutual help between friends. Does that mean buying her pads when she's on her period, or playing couple heroes in a game and forming a ship, or maybe sending her money transfers with romantic implications? Tell me, what the hell is a male bestie supposed to mean? Male friendship can be close, sure, but isn't that just a sex buddy? Why the hell call it male bestie? Get lost. The farther the better. Don't come running up to discuss me again, or I really will slap you across the face." Haru froze. He forced out 2 awkward laughs, his face showing a mix of embarrassment and helplessness. He said, "Daichi, I honestly didn't know you'd care about something this trivial. All right then, let me just apologize." But Anya bit her lip, tugged at his sleeve, and cut him off, saying, "Don't apologize to him. There's no reasoning with someone like him. He'll only lecture others, never reflect on himself, getting angry over every little thing. I suspect he has violent tendencies," she said. "Throw it if you want. I won't care if you do. I'll never talk to him again." I didn't waste time. I strode up to the trash bin and with a bang tossed everything in. Chapter 4. I went back to the dorm. I dove headfirst under the covers and fell asleep from sheer exhaustion. Dreams came in scattered fragments. Many of them were about Anya, 5-year-old Anya. Her little brother had grabbed and broken her toy, so she tearfully went to the parents for justice, only to be told by the adults, "You're the big sister. Can't you let your brother have his way? She wailed and sobbed. I jumped off the dining chair, hands on my hips like a tiny grown-up, and asked, why should a sister always have to give in to her brother? Anya's mother said, the younger ones don't know better. Of course the older sister must be more tolerant. On the spot, I grabbed her phone and pretended to smash it on the floor, saying, so if I'm younger than you should be the one to give in to me. The next scene, I ran over and gave my toy to Anya amid the adults' indulgent laughter. She looked at me, stopped crying, and planted a quick kiss on my cheek. From innocent child talk to first stirring feelings, Anya and I grew up together, keeping each other company. Years slipped by in a blink. Over a decade later, she would say, put away your paternal authority. Only I can tolerate you being like that. Who else would put up with you? Looking back now, the dad-type boyfriend and the dad-flavored boyfriend are just two sides of the same coin. When you reason with them or they protect you, they're the dad-type boyfriend, but when the reasoning is directed at the girl, they turn into a dad-flavored boyfriend. For a while, I truly believed she was my forever, until the year we were split into classes in 11th grade. Haru appeared, completely different from me. Haru was the bad student in everyone's eyes, reckless and unrestrained. His hair dyed a lollipop in his mouth, claiming he was quitting smoking. I can't remember how many school rules Anya broke while hanging out with him. I only remember she said, you don't understand him at all. He's not like the other green-haired kids. He puts up his spines only to protect himself from getting hurt. His family is poor. His mother died early and his father beats him. I always felt like we were the same kind of person. Only he can understand me and only I can understand him. We're both the kind of people whose hearts crave salvation. It was like meeting a kindred spirit. They started riding motorcycles together, skating, trying all kinds of adrenaline sports. Every time I had a date with Anya, she would be pulled away by some reason from him. I got fed up and said, can you stop hanging out with him? You're my girlfriend now. You should keep some distance from other guys, right? Anya pouted and, looking innocent, said, but I want to play and you won't join me. Besides, he's just a friend. Why are you so harsh? Do you not trust me? After that, whenever I complained, she'd flip out. She'd go off and play with Haru until she'd had enough, then come back acting innocent, whooping and apologizing for forgiveness. If you didn't give her a way to back down, she'd be the one to get mad and snap. What kind of attitude is that? No one knew the whole story. My breakup with Anya wasn't just over a bottle of water. On the second day of the new term, everyone was exhausted and went to bed early. Anya snuck out with Haru to race motorcycles and didn't come home all night. That was when we had the big fight. So I called her. She didn't pick up. Only when I scrolled past a local video and saw a girl in a motorcycle accident did I panic. That night in the early hours, I drove to the overpass recklessly. In my panic, the car wasn't even fully stopped before I flung the door open and fell out. I rolled clumsily across the road several times. My leg was gashed with a shocking wound. When I looked up, not far away, I saw Anya frightened, leaning against Haru's chest while he soothed her in a gentle voice. At that moment, I was finally exhausted. I thought, let it be. People have to accept that nothing is absolutely forever. Chapter 5. 2 weeks later, while I was eating in the cafeteria, I got the news that my visa had been approved. My dad said the passport was already on its way by mail. If nothing went wrong, I'd be leaving in 3 days. At that moment, Anya and Haru walked into the cafeteria together. By sheer bad luck, they sat just a short distance in front of me. Haru, playing the role of a boyfriend, dotingly picked the meat out of his own dish and placed it in Anya's plate. Anya ate casually, but her gaze kept drifting my way, as if waiting for me to take the initiative to break the ice. For 2 weeks, I hadn't contacted Anya once. Even when we crossed paths, I treated her as if she were air, and this time was no different. I packed up my tray and left straight away. What I didn't expect, was that in the evening a photo of me eating in the cafeteria got posted on the campus confession wall. Someone asked if I had a girlfriend. I commented, no. After a while, Anya's account replied underneath, wow, Daichi, so you're setting up a single guy persona now. Got some nerve, since I rarely used QQ. I'd almost forgotten that I hadn't deleted her yet. Then Anya messaged me. It's been 2 weeks, and you still haven't come to find me. Honestly, when I get mad, I just want you to coax me a little, but you don't get it. You only know how to lecture me. Even if you're right, the way you talk really makes me dislike it. Then she sent another, all right already, do you miss me? Right after the Break up? I did think of Anya often, but now I could face her with complete calm. I didn't say much, just replied. Do you need something? If not, I'll delete you, she answered. Fine. Delete me then. I roll emoji. Anya's tone was light, as if she thought I only needed a way to save face. She sent. Tomorrow I feel like eating at that barbecue place by the school gate. You'll take me, won't you? The National Day holiday is coming soon. We still need to go home together. Which day's tickets should we buy? Chapter 6. Until now, Anya still thought I was giving her the cold shoulder, only that it lasted a little longer this time. Back then, if she pouted, I might have taken the easy way out and given ground. But that only applied while I still treated her as my girlfriend. I didn't reply anymore. I blocked and deleted every contact of Anya's. I didn't even keep her phone number. The next day, Anya intercepted me in the cafeteria. Oh, look who's got all the nerve now, Daichi, she snorted. I already pulled you off my blacklist a while ago, and you still didn't notice. I think you just don't love me anymore. Were you off chatting with some other girl? She reached for my phone to check, she said. Add me back. I shoved her hand away and shouted. Don't you know good exes should be treated like they're dead, right? She answered. I don't know. Anya waggled a finger and said, I only know you're about to start one of your long lectures again. This time I actually laughed in anger. I turned to leave, but Anya grabbed my sleeve and said, All right, we already argued. You at least have to eat the barbecue I packed back for you. Right? Yesterday I saw you eating alone and I felt awful. Without me you don't even have anyone to talk to at this school, she added. By the way, have you booked your plane tickets home for the holiday? I said expressionlessly. Already booked. Only I wasn't booking a ticket to go home, she said. Then show me the flight info later. I'll buy a seat next to you. Before I could answer, Haru's annoyed voice cut in. Anya, didn't you tell me you had something important to do? Sometimes I really wonder, does Anya have a tracker Haru planted on her? How does he always turn up at exactly the right time to interrupt our conversations? Anya tilted her head, glanced at him, and said, Of course. Eating with my boyfriend is important. But Haru didn't joke around like usual. He said in a low voice, That's it. Do you know how worried I was when you didn't reply all day? Anya hung her head and didn't say anything. Haru sighed and in a disappointed tone said, I knew it. Yes, we're friends, but friends can eat together, right? Why hide it from me? If you don't want to hang out with me, just say so. I'm not the type to cling on. With that, he tossed his tray and walked off, the tone and the force of it. In an instant, I understood why male bestie and pretend friendly boyfriend mean the same thing. I was speechless. I said, Then go find your good girlfriend and stop bothering my food. No point getting mad at a meal. Once I leave the country, I'll probably have to cook for myself anyway. Anya seemed to think I was jealous. She smiled with curved eyes and said, So magnanimous of you. Fine, I'll really go then. She leaned in close, looked me over. Reading my expression, I said coolly, If you want to go, go. It's none of my business. She didn't get the reaction she expected. Anya froze for a moment, then pressed her lips together and went on. You always think I have no boundaries. The truth is I just feel he's like me. That's why I go out with him. You grew up pampered and you don't understand people from broken homes, so you never empathize, but I still chose you. Even though I could have found someone better, I ignored her and focused on my food. Anya brightened, thinking I'd taken it to heart. She snapped a photo of me with my head down eating and happily wrote a new post. I love seeing my boyfriend get jealous. He really still loves me. The best way to push a relationship forward is to spark a man's possessiveness. Chapter 7. Early the next morning, I went to collect the stamped withdrawal application. After receiving the departure notice, there were still plenty of things to take care of. My phone kept buzzing with alerts. There were emails from her sent through the school system. The first dozen all said the same. Lazy pig, lazy pig. Get up, get up, get up, stupid. Later ones read, Why haven't you unblocked me on WeChat yet? Did you forget? The last one said, Didn't sleep all night? I'm exhausted. Looking at the flood of notifications, I thought, should I at least say something back? After all, over 10 years of feelings, maybe it should end peacefully. But that thought quickly disappeared. Haru posted last night. The speed was too high. Ended up in the hospital with honor. Someone so worried they'll be staying on campus for the holiday. He added 3 photos. One was a lunchbox full of food shaped like hearts placed on the hospital bedside table. One was a head pat shot with Anya, leaning over the bed crying. And one was Anya asleep on Haru's shoulder. So that's what she meant when she said she didn't sleep last night. Expressionless, I scrolled through the comments underneath. They were even harder to stomach. Someone. Not bad. Huh. Feels like you two are more than just friends. Another girl commented. They're such a good-looking pair. I'm shipping this. Others chimed in. Haru's too impressive. I heard she even applied to see university for him. Is it true? Haru replied beneath. It's true. Actually, her grades were good enough for a better school. But that one was too far away, so she applied here with me. Then her boyfriend tagged along too, which was pretty hilarious. Someone else added. Damn. Haru's got serious game. 666. Haru should teach a class. Only then did I realize Anya had chosen this university because of Haru. So what was I? The clown? Apparently. I shut off my phone and went back to packing my luggage. Chapter 8. Later that day, Anya showed up as usual with her leftover cake. She said, "Hurry up and eat. I've got things to do after this. I came just to tell you. Cancel your plane ticket." I thought about it. It's only a short holiday anyway. No need to go home. We can have fun here just the same. I want to buy a hanfu and check in at some scenic spots nearby. My bestie said the photos will turn out amazing. Seeing my expression, Anya hesitated for a moment. She tilted her head and said, "What's wrong? You think it's too expensive? Here, don't want to spend. When did you get so stingy?" I replied, "Anya, we've already broken up. Stop coming to me." She rolled her eyes and said, Yeah, we broke up." Anya kept talking as she took the food out of the bag. She said, "You're really something. Anyway, just cancel the ticket. I'm not joking. Don't call me later asking why I didn't come back." Then she leaned in mysteriously, her gaze lingering. "I bought some new sleepwear. We've been sulking for a week already. Another 7 days apart. Aren't you afraid you'll burst?" She leaned close and gently tugged her neckline down, revealing half a bare shoulder. The next second, I expressionlessly pulled it back up for her and said, "I told you we've already broken up, whether it's 7 days or a year apart. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't care. Do you understand?" Anya stared at me, her face slowly fading. She bit her lip and said, "Daichi, you think you're too good for me now? I really don't get it. What are you so mad about?" I couldn't help laughing. She bit her lip again and said, "What's with that attitude?" Her eyes welled up as she said, "It's because I've been too considerate, too understanding that you think I'm cheap and easy to fool. You trample on me without scruples. Sure enough, a woman's heart aching for a man just dooms her for life." I laughed and said, "Not spending money on you or not going out with you is hurting you. I'd really like to know which bestie told you the photos will be amazing. You obviously stayed for Haru. Why are you acting? Where you go? Who you go with? None of it's my business. Just don't come in front of me playing the victim. The acting's too cringe. It makes me sick." Anya closed her eyes like she'd finally lost hope. She threw the cake bag on the ground. She said, "If that's how you see it, then fine. Yes, Haru is part of it. But people have hearts, be honest. If your good friend was hurt and no one was there for them, wouldn't you stay to look after them? If it hadn't been for our fight yesterday, chasing him off, Haru wouldn't have been out racing in the rain. Shouldn't we take care of him? Daichi, I'm really disappointed in you. You're actually this kind of person, no sense of responsibility at all." She showed that same mixture of grievance and disappointment again. She said, "I must have been blind to fall for you in the first place." I didn't want to say another word. I said, All right, do you have anything else? If not, I'm going back to sleep." I turned and walked off. Anya shouted after me, "Daichi, you've gone too far. I've said what I had to say. Whether you cancel your ticket or not, I won't come looking for you again. Think carefully. Another 7 days of Cold War. When my relationship with him improves, even if you kneel and beg me, I won't come back." Chapter 9. Hearing her final threat, I was utterly speechless. She clearly knew what Haru was really after. Calling him a male bestie and insisting it was pure friendship was just pretending not to understand. Using the title of friend as a cover for flirting, Anya was only so bold because she believed I couldn't live without her. So she brought Haru in as leverage. But I was leaving the country. Why would I care what she and Haru did anymore? The next morning at 7, I called a cab to the airport. I quickly finished checking in my luggage. Before I always had to help Anya haul her suitcases, she would stuff 2 of them to the brim, each weighing the full 23 kilos, throwing in anything and everything, whether useful or not. Back then, going home always felt exhausting and troublesome. But now I realized the trouble wasn't going home. The trouble was Anya. The reason she dared to bring suitcases she couldn't lift was because she knew there'd always be someone to carry them for her. Without Anya, life was unexpectedly light. Boarding was still 20 minutes away when an unfamiliar number popped up on my phone. It was Anya borrowing a friend's phone to call me. She said, "Daichi, come downstairs. Let's go eat breakfast together. A new tea house opened nearby. My bestie said it's amazing." I brushed her off. "I'm not in the dorm," she asked. "Then where are you?" I replied, "The airport." Anya went silent for a moment. Then she snapped, "Daichi, did you even listen to what I told you yesterday?" I said casually, "I did. You want to get closer with Haru, right? Congrats. Best wishes." Anya was furious. She gritted her teeth and said, "Fine. Perfect. Very well. I swear, Daichi, if I ever come back to you, I'm a dog." I stayed silent. In the background, I heard her roommate's voice. "Anya, your boyfriend's such a letdown. I think he just doesn't want to spend money on you. Forget him, Anya. Let's go ourselves. We don't need men. Won't spend a cent on men." Anya replied, "Not that extreme. I'll call Haru. Ask if he wants me to bring him some shomai." Before the call ended, I said, "Anya, if you call me again, I'll consider changing my number." Anya gave a cold snort and said, "As if I care." Chapter 10. After a 10-hour flight, I landed in the UK. There was so much to do in a new environment. I kept myself busy and hardly had time to care about anything else. By the time I finally settled down, several days had passed. When I opened WeChat, my feed was practically flooded by Haru's posts. He had posted so many updates, every single one of them about Anya. As time went on, their poses and the photos grew more and more intimate. I even saw one of Anya sleeping beside Haru, her face in profile. The caption, "Anya dog fell asleep, stealing a patient's bed. At least you're a girl. Show a little restraint, will you?" Facepalm laugh emoji. I stared at the picture for a long time. Before now, no matter how close Anya and Haru got, it had never been to this level. I remembered her words. "When my relationship with him improves, even if you kneel and beg me, I won't come back." And suddenly everything made sense. Under Haru's post, a mutual friend left a doubtful comment. "But wait, doesn't Anya still have a boyfriend? Isn't this inappropriate?" Haru replied, "Idiot. What the hell are you barking about? They broke up ages ago. Keep talking nonsense, and I'll have someone deal with you." I looked at it and just smiled faintly. Then I tapped my finger and deleted Haru. After that, I changed my phone number and every social media account, gradually blending into my new school circle. 2 weeks passed. When my mom called me, her voice was full of frustration. She said, "Daichi, did you not tell Anya you were going abroad? She's nearly gone crazy looking for you." I was stunned. "What happened?" she said. "She waited a whole week after the holiday ended. She realized you hadn't returned to school. When she couldn't reach you, she thought something had happened and even went to the police. Later, she found out from the school that you had withdrawn. She rushed overnight to our house asking if you were retaking classes. I told her you went abroad to study. She refused to believe it. Said you never told her." I didn't want to deal with her, so I sent her away. But now she shows up every day begging to see you, bursting into tears when she gets emotional. Daichi, you need to explain things to her properly." I was speechless. To stop Anya from bothering my mom any further, I logged back into my old account. The moment I pulled Anya out of the blacklist, her video call came through. Chapter 11. In just a few days, Anya looked like a completely different person. Her hair was messy, her eyes swollen, her face haggard like she had cried for days. I asked, "So what's going on now?" When she saw the daylight outside the window behind me, Anya finally believed I was no longer in the country. She bit her lip and said, "Where did you run off to?" I looked back at her calmly and said, "Anya, I've told you many times, we already broke up. Going abroad for my studies is none of my ex's business. Stop showing up at my house, ex." Anya let out a short laugh. Though her eyes turned red, her voice hoarse, she said, "Over a bottle of water, just because of a bottle of water, you're going to abandon me?" I shrugged. "So what? What's the problem?" She cried and laughed at once, saying, "Oh my God, How could there be someone as ridiculous as you? I can't even wrap my head around it. You insisted on going to the same university as me, and now you're telling me that just because I gave another guy a bottle of water, you drop out, go abroad, and never even say goodbye. Daichi, I don't accept this. I absolutely don't accept it. I chuckled. But you agreed to the breakup, she said. That didn't count. I was just sulking, waiting for you to coax me. I never really meant it. I replied. What you meant has nothing to do with me. I wasn't about to accept her excuse, I said. Anya, just like you got tired of me always lecturing you. I got tired of being patient with you over and over. My bottom line is gone. Anya froze, staring at me. When did I ever say I was tired of your lecturing? I sneered. What? You've forgotten your own words. I continued. That time Haru video called me but didn't speak. I assumed he pressed it by accident. But what you said in that booth, I heard it loud and clear. You said I was always preaching, that my paternal authority was too much, that I tried to control you in everything. You said what you wanted was a dad-type boyfriend, someone like Haru. Anya panicked. She said, that was just a joke. If I really hated you, I wouldn't keep coming back to find you. I only threw tantrums because I liked you. You always tolerated me before. But this time, why did you take it seriously, Daichi? I really don't understand. When you ignored me for 2 weeks, I was in so much pain. Every day I wished you would reach out first. Wasn't that always how it used to be? Why did you think I hated you? When I realized you hadn't returned to school, I nearly went crazy. I was terrified I'd never see you again. I called every friend I had asking for your whereabouts. I never imagined you'd abandon me without hesitation, go abroad no less. Daichi, how could you be so heartless? Her eyes were red, tears streaming down her face. I was fed up and didn't want to look any longer. I said, are you done? If you're bored, go pour your heart out to your good male bestie. I'm eating. Anya wiped her tears and through crying showed a faint smile. She softly said, you're still hung up on Haru. That means you still care about me, doesn't it? I was speechless. She added, don't block me. This is my last bottom line. Her voice breaking, she said, don't force me to come find you. Daichi, what a lunatic. I wordlessly hung up the video call. Chapter 12. I knew Anya was capable of doing something like this. It was only WeChat. Let it stay with Do Not Disturb turned on. I wouldn't be replying anyway. For 3 days straight, I flooded my feed with pictures of delicious food. My mom noticed something was up and curiously asked who was cooking the dishes. I vaguely told her it was a girl I shared a flat with, also an international student. One night, because I wasn't used to the food abroad, I made a pot of cola-braised wings, filling the place with smoke. My roommate, her pretty face wrinkled, came into the kitchen and cooked me a bowl of tomato and egg noodles. I drank the broth to the last drop. After that, every time she cooked, she invited me to. I said her name's Anna. We're food buddies now. My mom laughed a sly, knowing laugh. After class, I went to the supermarket to buy some ribs to cook with my beautiful roommate that evening. But as soon as I got downstairs, I saw Anya waiting there. Chapter 13. Anya was holding a lunchbox in her hands. Thinking back, aside from my parents, I hadn't told anyone where I lived. She must have figured it out from the backgrounds of my photos. Anya looked at my face and said, Daichi, you've lost weight. I choked. I didn't have the heart to tell her that actually I gained 5 pounds thanks to my beautiful roommate's cooking. She bit her lip. I know you don't want to see me, but I still wanted to come. Anya took out her phone and showed me the chat screen. She said, I've already cut ties with Haru. Can you forgive me now? I frowned. So what? I said, there's no possibility between us anymore. Please stop bothering me. Anya's eyes instantly reddened. She choked up. I'm begging you, don't treat me like this. She grabbed my sleeve, looking up at me pitifully. I was wrong. Daichi, please give me one last chance. I'll accept any condition, as long as I can be with you. You can scold me. You can hit me. Just don't break up with me. I'd had enough. I yanked her hand off and flung her lunchbox far away. I snapped. What's the point of saying this now? Anya, it's not that you realize you were wrong. You just realize there's no one to spend money on you anymore. You keep complaining I love to preach, that my paternal authority is too strong. But have you ever thought? I'm not your dad. I have no obligation to spend money on you. If you think I'm wrong, you can point it out. Don't when you've got no argument pua me by saying men shouldn't lecture their girlfriends. That line besides venting your emotions, What substance does it have? How is it different from me saying as long as I think you're wrong? You must admit it. Is there any actual rule-based priority in that? No. It's just wrapping your personal preference in a moral skin to restrain the other person. You buy clothes for trips and photos, then return them for a refund. You have a boyfriend, but keep things ambiguous with other guys. Shouldn't that be called out? Is that me making a fuss over nothing? You once said you wanted to go to the same university as me, begged me not to leave. Do you know how happy that made me? I wholeheartedly thought of not separating from you. That's why I chose C University for you. Only to find out you chose it because of Haru. How shameless can you be? Coax you. Not slapping you is me being merciful. Anya's pupils widened in shock. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. I continued. That day we fought. I told myself to calm down and talk it over again, but you didn't show up. You didn't answer my calls. In the end, I saw the news that a girl rider had crashed. I was worried sick. By the time I rushed over, I'd torn up my leg in the fall. And you were in Haru's arms sobbing. Anya shook her head, finally breaking down. I'm sorry, Daichi. I'm really sorry. I didn't know. I didn't hear. I was just so scared. I clung to him instinctively. She tried to move closer. My patience ran dry. With a sharp slap, I struck her across the face. Anya stood there, tears streaming. Completely stunned, I laughed. You say you didn't know, but you enjoyed the ambiguity, didn't you, male bestie? It's nothing but flirtation disguised under the label of friendship, so-called. Don't tell me you didn't know how outrageous his posts were. Anya, you're really shameless. I turned to leave. Anya dropped to her knees, clutching me desperately, sobbing. I swear I never liked him. Not even a little. Those photos, those posts, they were all just to make you jealous. Daichi, 10+ years of feelings. I can't let go. From now on, I won't have anything to do with other guys. I'll never have another. Male bestie, I beg you, don't break up with me. I'm begging you now. Anya was bawling without an ounce of dignity. No trace remained of the goddess-class beauty she once was. Forget it, since she'd come all this way. I stood there and scolded her for over 30 minutes, until Anna, still in her apron, came down with a dark face. She puffed her cheeks angrily and said, If you don't come up now, there won't even be chicken bones left for you. I was in the middle of it, so I told her to take the ribs back first. Anna stared at me baffled. Not eating again. I made you passion fruit durian shaved ice and spicy turkey noodles with crispy fried chicken. Took me ages to prepare, and now you don't want it? I thought about it. That really wasn't fair, so I decided to go eat after all, but Anya clung to my pants crying, Brother, who is she? Anna came over, shoved her aside and rolled her eyes, runny-nosed and pitiful. What an ugly sight. Who are you trying to fool with this tragic drama? Chapter 14. With school on her shoulders, Anya couldn't stay long, but she still came back every so often, just standing silently downstairs. Every time she saw Anna and me appear together, she'd give Anna a disdainful once-over and sneer. So many flies buzzing around. Anna, holding groceries, nudged me and said, She just called you shit. I was speechless. With Anya pestering me so often, I began to consider moving. I had missed the dorm application earlier, so I'd been forced to rent near campus, but recently a dorm room had opened up. When my food buddy roommate heard about it, she didn't say anything. She just pounded cucumbers on the counter extra hard. We didn't talk the entire day. Finally, Anna pouted, came over and asked, Hot pot skewers, want some? A bit embarrassed, I said, No, I'm trying to eat light lately. Anna thought seriously. Then I'll make you non-spicy hot pot skewers, sigh. I said, Okay. While eating the clear broth version, Anna said, Your ex, if she shows up again, I have a way to deal with her. No need to move out because of her. I asked, What way? Anna snorted a laugh, but didn't answer. I don't know what she did exactly, but Anya really didn't show up again for a whole month. Only her messages kept coming, pointlessly sharing her daily life. Another month passed. I deleted her because I confessed to Anna. Chapter 15. The next time Anya came to find me, it was 8 at night. Anna and I were out on the balcony grilling. The mood was right, and Anna suddenly leaned closer. Her expression, Can I kiss you? She asked. My phone buzzed. It was a text from an unfamiliar number. Don't kiss her. 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 I'm begging you. I knew who it was. I glanced down toward the street. but I also wanted to close the book completely and step into a new life. So when Anna closed her eyes, I kissed her. Chapter 16. I heard later that on that night Anya stood in the rain all night. When she went back to China, she fell ill. And I also heard that because of Anya, Haru had gone racing on the highway late at night several times and ended up breaking his leg. Anya didn't visit him even once. During winter break, Anna and I went back to China. I thought my parents would be dying to see me after so long. But my mom's eyes were only for Anna, because I was a step behind. She almost shut me out at the door. Anna looked smug as anything. At the dinner table, my mom brought up Anya. She says she wants to do an exchange program to the UK in her sophomore year. That school isn't far from you, she said. I shrugged unfazed. I'll at most recommend her a few Chinese restaurants, I said. Anything else? Impossible. Why linger in the past? It only breeds needless trouble. People need to look forward, Anna said. What are you thinking about? She smiled so adorably, yet whispered coldly in my ear. I have a plan. I can make sure she won't see you even once. I warned her. What plan? Don't go overboard, she said. Then never mind. Anna gave a little huff. Though who knows what schemes were spinning in her head, can't deny it. This type of relationship had its own dangerous thrill.